She makes me want to be better. She's pretty different to me in a lot of different ways, very different personalities, but she just makes me want to accomplish more in life, wants me to be a better version of myself, and I won't get to that level without her. Like that's how I feel when I'm with her.
When I wake up next to you, I see the sky in ocean blue, the dawn in blue.
What drew me to Jamie, I think, was his honesty. Honesty, and just his presence is so calm and reassuring as well. I feel like I'm at home with him, yeah. And I feel like when I'm with Jamie, I can just let go and be myself. Obviously, when I first saw him, the first thing I thought, wow, he's really tall. Like, I like that. And he's funny too, he cracks a lot of jokes and makes me laugh. And I love that about him.
Like a wildflower.
Jess is very indecisive, Jamie's very certain. So when they make decisions, I think that pairs really well together.
Jamie is definitely a soft-hearted person, and Jamie, just is that force behind her to be like, sometimes you need to stand up for yourself, Jess, otherwise, you're singing.
She was lovely and bright and bubbly, and they looked happy, and that was really good. So I'm really happy for them.
Yeah, he treats Jess like she's the best thing in the world, which is all we ever want out of our best friend, and we want the best for her, and Jamie gives that to her. And
Hey honey, obviously a private conversation between you and I. Yeah, we're here, so I guess as a couple we've grown and achieved so much, and now we're getting to the point where we're getting married and making that commitment, and I couldn't be happier. In what we've done in such a short time is amazing. You make me a better person, a better man, and you make me want to be better as each day passes. I love you so much. Yeah, I just can't really wait to see what life has in store for us. I think it'll be amazing.
Jamie, I love you so much, and I'm so excited for our wedding day. Not just then, but since we've met, has really brought up a lot of feelings for me, and it's made me even more excited to marry you, to be able to call you my husband.
And our love song still beats.
I love you. I'm looking forward to spending a lifetime with you.
Just respect each other, look after each other, have fun together.
They actually do. They balance each other. They're different, but they're great together.
I'm coming alive.
Welcome, family and friends. My name is Kellyanne Hayes, and as a celebrant, I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. On behalf of Jess and Jamie, it is my pleasure to welcome you here to the White Barn today to witness this very special occasion where Jess and Jamie will declare their love and commitment to one another. Taking the step into marriage is a big one, and they can't wait to move forward today as Mr. and Mrs. To them, the perfect relationship is based on good, strong communication, honesty, being teammates, and having each other's backs. They recognise that it can't be serious all the time. You need to laugh, have fun, and feel free to be silly and goofy. Because love is not one moment, it is every moment. It is supporting one another through all facets of life, as it is these everyday moments that fuse together into one big experience that becomes your love story. You all mean so much to both Jess and Jamie, and they want to thank you for being here with them today. You have each contributed in one way or another to the path that has led them to this moment. By birth or good fortune, you are recognised as having played a significant part in their lives, and they could not have imagined celebrating today without you here, without your well wishes, your love and your support. We have some very special people that were chosen by the couple to play important roles today, and I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge all of the wedding party. Thank you for getting our couple here today safely, for your continued support and friendship, laughs and good times I'm sure you will all share with them in the years ahead. Today we celebrate Jess and Jamie and the beautiful connection and love that has already taken place in their lives, and the deeper commitment that they'll make to each other today. The marriage ceremony has been an important feature across every culture, religion, generation, and society. We have thousands of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but this one is regarded one so special that we share it with others. But why this moment? Because despite all of our differences, love is what we all share. It is the great unifier, the one universal truth. No matter who we are and where we've come from, what we believe, we know this one thing, that love is what we are doing right. Jess and Jamie, the warmth and connection between you both radiates. Your connection is based on a strong foundation of friendship, love, and humour, as well as consideration and understanding of one another. The enjoyment you experience in each other's company has become a true partnership, one which you can be yourselves without fear of being judged or rejected. You can be counted on to comfort each other when you face difficult times, to celebrate the successes and joys that life brings. Your love is strengthened by knowing that each of you could survive on your own if you wanted to, but more than anything, it's that you choose to be together. There is no better time than a wedding to reflect on the two people standing before us and how they came to this significant moment. It was on a fateful day in 2018 that these two went from being complete strangers to unknowingly meeting the love of their life in something that you could say was love at first swipe. Jess was new to Sydney, having moved for a permanent teaching position, and was finding it hard to meet people. So she joined trusty old Tinder. Upon matching, Jess was instantly drawn to the humour in Jamie's profile. He said that if she could guess all the capital cities in his profile, that he would shout her a drink. Despite the fact that Jess didn't get all of them right, it was the perfect conversation starter. Jamie suggested they go on a bushwalk to the Figure 8 pools down near Wollongong. Respectfully, Jess responded by suggesting they meet up for a coffee first, before she agreed on going on a secluded bushwalk with a complete stranger. So the coffee date was arranged in Parramatta, and although Jess said she felt nervous and had butterflies, she also felt a sense of calm and safety once she was in Jamie's presence. Jamie captured Jess's interest quickly as she realised he was confident, competitive, honest and observant. Oh, and as well as being tall and handsome. From the very first impression, Jamie was thrilled that Jess looked just like her profile photo, so it was off to a good start. But on a more serious note, he thought she was, and still is of course, gorgeous, calm, reserved and genuine. The universe is full of complementary forces. Night and day, sky and earth, sun and moon. You can observe this occurring in nature all of the time. There is an ancient Chinese philosophy called dualism. To put it simply, all aspects in the universe exist in relation to one another, a cosmic duality of opposing forces called yin and yang. In other words, all things come in pairs. Everything in nature consists of two paradoxical phrases and energies. It is no secret that Jess and Jamie are quite different in personality, but that is exactly what balances them out so perfectly. Now back to that first date. With the coffee date going so well, off to the Figure 8 pools they went. Jess was impressed by how much Jamie had prepared for this occasion with a packed bag with wine, cheese, a picnic mat and a first aid kit. The connection was undeniably natural, with the conversation lasting for the full 7 hours. Arriving back in Parramatta that evening, Jamie pulled into the car park, and as much as Jess knew that she wanted to kiss Jamie, she was just too shy. But as she said bye and opened the car door, Jamie said wait, took Jess by the hand and leaned in, and they had their first kiss. Several more dates followed, and things naturally progressed till the day that Jamie gave Jess the keys to his flat and the status of their relationship became official. Over the following years, you've shared so much of your experiences and you've achieved so much together. You both shared how special some of your memories are, like moving in together, Jamie taking over as coach for Jess's football team, the Holroyd Rangers. You saved hard and bought your first home together. Getting your pets, Luna the cat and Oreo the dog, as well as enduring the challenges and sacrifices involved with Jamie going to the police academy, which is difficult enough, but taking into account that this was during COVID lockdown era and seeing it all the way through to him throwing his cap in the air and hitting the streets of St Mary's. In March last year, Jamie successfully pulled off the biggest surprise when he arranged a full scavenger hunt under the guise of her birthday gift, which was in fact the proposal. Jamie went so far to order the ring whilst he was on one of his occasions he was allowed out of the academy and had it sent to him there to keep Jess from getting suspicious. The day was meticulously planned with yellow envelopes containing poems that had clues in them to guide Jess to each location. Starting with a local cafe, the waitress handed Jess a coffee and a yellow envelope saying, "Happy birthday, by the way," throwing off any suspicion that Jess had about this being a proposal. The next clue took Jess to the hairdressers in Terrigal, where one of her best friends worked. Whilst pouring Jess's champagne, her friend exclaimed how thoughtful it was of Jamie to do all of this for her birthday and whether Jess thought the final surprise might be a puppy. Jess was now getting really excited. The next clue led Jess to a barbecue at her family's place in Mount Wyatt. Jess noticed that her mum was acting a little strangely, and as she awkwardly handed Jess another envelope with a poem in it. This final clue led Jess to Painter's Rock, her favourite place that overlooks the Hawkesbury River. When Jess arrived, she saw a trail of rose petals ending in a heart on the ground, with one of their favourite songs playing in the background. Jess saw Jamie at the lookout with a big grin on his face, but it wasn't until she actually reached him that it hit her that this wasn't a birthday surprise and there was no puppy. But Jamie dropped down to one knee and asked Jess to be his wife, to which of course she said yes, and they celebrated together with champagne. Jess, Jamie knew early on that you were the one for him. It wasn't a specific moment, but a realisation that fruition during the first 6 to 12 months of you being together. Your relationship was nothing like he'd ever experienced, and overall, the best way he could articulate it was just easy. Despite not believing in soulmates as such, Jamie can confidently now say that when you meet the right person, you just know. Jess meant so much to Jamie that he did his best to tell her that he loved her in Finnish to honour her heritage. However, at first she didn't completely understand what he was trying to say, but he got there in the end. Jess, you have a big heart, and Jamie says he would never change your kind and caring nature. You have such a nurturing personality, and you put everyone before yourself. The support you so selflessly offered to Jamie, both during his knee injury and his time at the academy, will never be forgotten or go unappreciated. Jamie never ceases to be entertained by you, as apparently you have a bit of a habit of doing things from time to time that make Jamie laugh and think to himself, "What were you thinking?" Now, he didn't divulge any specific details of these moments and said we shall just call them Jess moments. Being married to Jamie means making a voluntary commitment to another person for the rest of his life. It is a symbolic gesture to you, Jess, that he is truly happy and that Jamie wants to spend his life with you as a part of that journey. A journey that he looks forward to maintaining and expanding the love that you already have and enjoying all that life has to offer, whether that be travelling around the world or starting a family or both. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you are doing it together. Jamie, When I asked Jess when she knew when you were the one, she said there were many moments, but one in particular comes to mind, and it was when she fell asleep beside you in the car on that first date. As corny as she admits it might sound, she just felt calm, safe, and comfortable in your presence. She inexplicably knew that she was home and that she could freely be herself with you. Sometimes Jess laughs about how different you are, describing herself as being the yin, calm, reflective, and intuitive, whilst Jamie is yang, logical, extroverted, and loud. On paper, it doesn't make logical sense as to how it works, but somehow it just makes sense and you complement each other so well. Jamie, you are always making Jess laugh, especially when you rap songs like Informer, where she admits that she can't make sense of most of the words, but she acknowledges that anything by Eminem is your specialty. She says that you rap these really well, and she loves the big grin that breaks out across your face when you're listening to them in the car. Watching you be yourself and having fun is infectious, and it makes her laugh, especially when your favourite R&B mega mix comes on. Your determination and passion towards things that matter to you, Jamie, she admires, and Jess would never change that about you. And she can't wait to see what opportunities life will bring for you both, individually and as a couple. Marriage to Jess means love, trust, and companionship. Jess looks forward to continuing to share her life with you, Jamie, and is excited to be calling you her husband today. She dreams of one day moving to a house on more land and somewhere a lot less busy than Sydney, which may one day become a home for your family. Jamie and Jess, although it might seem like you're a married couple already because you share so much of your lives together, getting married is officially telling the world that you choose to be together forever. It is abundantly clear that your love for one another is mutual and you've created a relationship that is both loving and fun. So without further ado, we'll get to the serious stuff and get you guys married. So you turn to face each other, hold hands. But before that can happen, I do have to explain to you, Jessica, and to you, Jamie, that before you were joined in marriage here today, in my presence and in the presence of all of these witnesses, I'm to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship in which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is a union of two people to the exclusion of all others and is voluntarily entered into for life. You fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. You are both choosing each other. You are vowing to take care of each other, to stand up for one another, and find happiness in the other. So on that note, Jamie, do you take Jessica to be your lawfully wedded wife, to travel the rest of life's road with her, to love her, to care for her, and respect her always?
I do.
Jessica, do you take Jamie to be your lawfully wedded husband, to travel the rest of life's road with him, to love him, to care for him, and respect him always?
I do.
I now invite you to read your vows to one another.
If you could hold it, that would be
Okay,
great.
sure.
Is that okay?
Absolutely. Take your time. Deep breath.
Okay. Actually,
Hold it.
yeah, it feels okay. Thank you. Okay. I ask everyone here today to witness that I take you, Jamie Mamudra Marashian, to be my lawful wedded husband. Jamie, it is no secret that I love you. Your presence makes my soul feel calm, and when I'm around you, you make me feel like I belong exactly where I am. We are like yin and yang, yet we complement each other perfectly. You know who you are, and always remain true to yourself without hesitation, which helps me uncover my own voice and strength within myself. I hope you always know that the best choice I've ever made in life was choosing you, choosing us. I promise to choose you to share happiness with and to face hard times beside. I promise to ask you to be no other than yourself. I vow to choose you to dream and to continue to grow with. You are my best friend, and I take you as my husband, acknowledging your strengths and accepting your quirks, as I know you do mine wholeheartedly. So today I stand here and say that not only do I love you with my whole heart, but that I choose you now and every day for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I should have chosen a big font like you did. You choose a big font. I ask everyone here today to witness that I take you, Jessica Margaret Yahianen, to be my lawfully wedded wife. Jess, it has been 1,790 days since you came into my life. You'll get me, yeah. During that time, you have become my best friend, my lover, and the person who I want to share my journey of life with. I knew about 88 days into our relationship that I had fallen in love with you. However, your selflessness, kind and caring nature continues to make that love grow with each day that passes. You make me happier than I thought I could be, and you make me feel more loved than I thought was possible. In your eyes, I have found my home, and in your heart, I have found my love. You know me better than anyone else in this world, and somehow you still manage to love me. You are my best friend, and there is a part of me today that cannot believe that I am the one who gets to marry you. I promise to love and care for you and be the shoulder you can lean on. I promise to always be honest with you and support you, even if that support is telling you the opposite of what you want to hear. I promise to never keep score, even though I am totally winning. But most of all, I promise to continue to be your best friend and to keep enjoying this crazy thing called life with you. Through the tough times and the great ones, I will always be at your side, loving you for the rest of my life.
The promises that you make to each other today are inscribed forever in your mind and in your heart, but words are fleeting and the sound of them is gone too soon. So those who marry wear rings as visible, tangible symbols of their commitment to each other. These rings announce to the world that you have been found. They are a reminder and a celebration of the promises you make today, and in exchanging these rings, you join your two lives together. So may we please have the rings.
I give you this ring
As a symbol of my love and commitment.
as a symbol of my love and commitment.
May it be a reminder
May it be a reminder
of the vows we make today.
of the vows we make today.
And push the ring up. Okay. So same for you, just repeat after me.
Mhm.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and commitment.
as a symbol of my love and commitment.
May it be a reminder
May it be a reminder
of the vows we made today.
of the vows we made today.
Jess and Jamie, being married to your best friend means you'll be making memories for the rest of your life with the one person who'll be there with you until the end. So let's start this next phase of your journey together with a very special moment, as it gives me the greatest of honour to officially pronounce you as husband and wife. You may share your first kiss.
Suddenly I'm seeing everything so different.
We celebrate the marriage of Jess and Jamie.
Every shade of green.
There we go.
I'm seeing everything. You make me wanna celebrate, 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 celebrate tonight. Like a picture that I've painted in my wildest dreams. Came to life in every feeling that you gave to me. Found a story that we saw. Every moment is a song. I'm hearing everything. You make me wanna celebrate, 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 celebrate tonight. Ooh, celebrate tonight. Celebrate tonight. Celebrate tonight. Like a picture that I've painted in my wildest dreams. Came to life in every feeling that you gave to me. You make me wanna celebrate, 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 celebrate tonight. Celebrate tonight. Head for the sun, follow your footsteps, edge of the world, right to your doorstep home. Anywhere you wanna go, beyond the stars, out where the sun sets, we'll find the light and we'll keep it our secret home. Anywhere you wanna go, down any road. Anywhere you wanna go, I'll show you my world. Show you my world. Show you my world. Outrun the dark, keep our eyes open. Mountains we cross, sail every ocean. Oh, anywhere you wanna go, I'll show you my world. Show you my world. Show you my world. Show you the world, darling. Let's leave it all behind. We'll keep the sun shining and let it tell the time. Anywhere you wanna go, I'll show you my world. Show you my world. sun shining and let it tell the time home. Anywhere you wanna go, we'll show you my world.
Hello everyone, how are we all? Okay, look, there's a couple of things before. My wife told me stick to the script, Marge. Don't go off the script, okay then? But anyone that knows Jamie, there is a reason the way he is. I cannot do that. I cannot stick to the script. Before I do start, I just want to thank a couple of people that have not written here that I've managed to meet over the last couple of hours whilst I was here. Firstly, Tim, wherever you are, Tim, thank you very much for what you do. And Tim and I and Charlie met in Gummer, which is a camping ground. And I thought, mate, who's this dude? You know what I mean? But anyway, but he ended up being a fantastic guy, great soul, great spirit, and fantastic to be here. Jen, you scare me, the photographer, wherever you are. Your process is fantastic, and how quickly you went through things. I was impressed. And thank you, Sue, for this fantastic, this thing that you've built here to try and make this special day for Jamie and Jess. So very much appreciated. To the soccer girls at the end, which I thought were the Matildas when I saw them, to be honest, and were fantastic. They didn't win the grand final, but I suppose Jamie taught them, and maybe if the father was there, he would have got there. But anyway, not to worry about that. And obviously the guys on this side of the table, I haven't gone around and met everyone, but I certainly will by the end of the night. But I have met a few people, and last night met a couple of Jamie's close friends and people I've never met before. And it's not a wonder that Jess and Jamie, you've got how you've turned out. You've got a great support network around you. And for the family just in the middle there that I've just met as well, and a few more to meet, it's a great pleasure as well. So I'll now stick to the script. Okay, then, there I go. If I can just grab my glasses. Okay, firstly, I'd like to warmly and sincerely thank everyone and welcome everyone and helping us celebrate Jess and Jamie's on their wedding day today. For those that don't know me, my name is Marge Marashian. I'm the father of I'm Jamie's dad and representing the Marashian family. I also acknowledge, look, you know, just how wonderful bride Jess and Jack, Maddie, Beck, I'm under a bit of pressure here, and Erin as well, how wonderful and glorious you all guys look tonight. And I don't want to take the best man's thunder here, but it would be remiss of me not to acknowledge that you all look fantastic. And last night I was a bit concerned, but actually you boys scrub up okay. You know what I mean? I got to say. I've been clear, been given clear instructions to keep my speech brief. So I will try, but I will try and encapsulate in a few minutes what Jamie's journey was like to get him to this point in his life. Jamie was born on the 17th of December 1987 at 11:33 a.m. at Nepean Hospital. He weighed 6 pounds and 13 ounces. And as we know now, he can be impatient at times, believe it or not. But this did start early in his life, where he was born three weeks premature. Jamie was a good kid growing up, and like many modern and diverse families, he learned to adjust to the environment and build resilience throughout his youth. But it was important for Charlie and I, my wife Charlie, and I, to ensure that he instilled the core values in respecting others, helping where you can, having high work ethic, and generally just being a good person. And for this, Jamie, we're extremely proud of you, mate. Okay? At the age of 6, we enrolled him in a under-6 Cranebrook soccer club, and it was here where his beginning for the game began. He even got the opportunity, as he got older and travelled overseas, he got the opportunity to watch his favourite UK team live and in another country, his beloved Liverpool club. It's fantastic. Sorry, I'm joking. Manchester United, but for a rugby league fan, like really, doesn't matter. You know, they're all the same, aren't they? Okay. Unfortunately, both my parents and my brother have passed away and cannot be here to share this moment with you and with Jamie and Jess. My father passed away when Jamie was very young, so he never really got to get the opportunity to really meet him. But there's many traits that remind me of my father and Jamie. His stubbornness at times. I don't know if you've ever noticed it. Okay then. My dad was like that, and so am I actually. Always happy to give an opinion. Have you ever given an opinion, and even if you wanted to hear it or not? Okay, then that he was always very good at that. And one thing, Jamie was always good at also robust in debates, but they were always productive. He had his point of view. You give your point of view, and you go bound. It's like you're being grilled by a defence lawyer, trying to work out what's happening. But believe it or not, it's all these traits that why my dad, my mum, and also my brother, myself, and all the Marashan family, we'll be very proud of where you become right now. Another person Jamie was extremely close to at his youth was his pop Bill, who's here today. I haven't seen Bill for a long time. He looked up to Bill, and on many occasions whilst growing up. Bill was a great influence when he was little, loving Jamie unconditionally on the day. And of course, being a Scottish, his mutual love for the game of football. And he is an actual Liverpool supporter. Okay then. In his mid-20s, Jamie came up to me and he was thinking of going overseas, travelling overseas and living for a while. Having been raised up his whole life out west, I fully supported this and encouraged him to go and experience the difference that the world has to offer and the culture it has to offer as well. And I do believe this is going to be a part of what makes him a great police officer, but more importantly, a better husband. I met Jess for the first time over dinner with Jamie at Mascot. Watching them both during dinner, it was obvious to me that there was something very special between them. And after both of them coming up to the farm at Kempsey, both Charlie and I were excited to see them both together and immediately felt Jess as part of our family. It was just easy. And it was just really obvious. Now, I don't give too much advice, but having married for over 29 years, and I'm sure all the men in this room hopefully will support me, we're still trying to get it right, Jamie. We really are. You know, there's no real rule book in how things work. And marriage is a complex thing, and there's many different ingredients inside it. So I've listed a few things that may actually help you guys, okay? So a lot of thought gone into that. Firstly, and listening, just before I go through my list, can I say this was written 2 weeks ago, and listening to some of the things that were said on the valves and also some of the other people, I thought, okay, we're on the right page here. Being patient and understanding one another, that's very, very, very important. Respecting each other is super important. Listening to one another. Maintaining your identity but do things together. You know what I mean? Be your own person, but do things together. Support each other throughout the highs and the lows. And always, and this was said a few times I heard today, have each other's back, no matter what it looks like at the time. I also want to acknowledge and thank Yuka and Jenny in successfully raising 3 daughters. I'm not sure I would have been as good as what you guys have done. But more importantly, raising Jess to be such a kind and wonderful young lady that she is today. And I think the yin and yang analogy was used today, and it is an opposite attract, and they will certainly complement each other like any sporting team does. But let's fast forward to today. Jamie, we cannot be prouder in what you've achieved as a person, who you've become. And the choices you've made in life. Look after Jess and always treat her like you've just met her. Jess, we sincerely and formally welcome you to our family and always know that we will always support you. And we will be there for the both of you whenever you need us. We're there. As parents, we just want our children to find happiness with a life partner and a best friend. And in Team JJ, I think they've found each other. I'd like everyone just to raise their glass. There's going to be plenty of this, I'm sure. But raise our glass, and may we all wish the best for Jess and Jamie. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.
You forgot something.
Well, I don't have a clear recollection of the first time I met Jess way back in kindy. I do recall the first time I met Jamie. Jess, Jamie, Jackie and I went to mini golf. There I was, pretty stoked I got to choose the colour of my ball. It was pink, in case you're wondering. While Jamie, dressed in his golf polo, carefully measured out the height of his putter with absolute precision. I thought, here we go. This guy means business. And it was no longer a friendly game of golf. The first thing I noticed about Jamie as he channeled Tiger Woods' energy on a putting green was that he's super competitive. While Jamie did win golf that day, the highlight for me was the hole that Jess beat him on, where he made excuses for missing an easy shot, while Jess, who had the biggest smirk on her face, said, "Must have been a lucky shot." Now, there can be many benefits of dating someone super competitive, and over the years, Jess figured out that competitiveness and reverse psychology are the perfect match. So ladies, if you're sitting there thinking your significant other just doesn't get involved in the cleaning full stop, or if the execution just isn't done to your standards, am I right? Yes, so many nods there. I have great news. There's an app for you. This app has been tried and tested by Jess. Not only does it provide your partner with a clear list of tasks you need to complete, but you each get points for the cleaning duties. And you can score top leader of the week. Who will be the household cleaner of the week? Will it be Jess or will it be Jamie? This work's a treat for those with a competitive spirit, and it's safe to say that Jamie quickly lifted the cleaning standards when the app was introduced. It's easy to see how Jess and Jamie complement each other in so many ways. For instance, Jess's indecisiveness is matched with Jamie's certainty. But I have discovered one flaw, that being their sense of direction. One of my favourite things people say when offering directions is, "You can't miss it." Oh, yes, they can. So be warned. They will take the scenic route, whether that be crossing the Harbour Bridge multiple times or unintentionally taking the tourist drive. So please provide clear instructions and allow extra travel time. Jamie, you have hit the absolute jackpot with Jess. And having known the Yahianen family for 26 years, I can safely say you are now part of a very special family. But we couldn't let you kick off your marriage without providing some advice first.
Hi everyone. When discussing what we're going to say this evening, I thought, as the only married bridesmaid for 7 months, I should give some marriage advice. I've spent the last week trying to work out what advice to give. You are both government workers. Jess spends playground duties on patrol, looking for suspicious activity, and children doing lunchbox swap deals behind the toilet block. Jamie's clients are a little older, wear red Nike TNs, and also love a deal behind a toilet block. As someone who's also married to a police officer, Jess, you will juggle a life of shift work, weekend activities planned a year in advance. Some very, very interesting dinner stories. and Jamie thinking he's a very skilled and very fast driver. No. He picked a job to help people, so I'll say he has a pretty big heart. Now you guys will get a lot of advice today, and we know Jamie will forget most of it. So for Jamie's sake, I decided I would reference a book very close to Jamie's heart, the New South Wales Police Force Safety Operation Procedures. Chapter 46, Explosive Devices. These are also known as the stops for those 6 cops in the room. Being the good, upstanding constable that Jamie is, I'm sure he's very familiar with this text and has read it a few times. Jamie, when Jess comes back from a long, stressful day at work, give her a cup of tea. Don't touch, tilt, or tamper. Today, you'll become husband and wife. After a pit stop in paradise in Fiji for your honeymoon, you'll be back to a normal, ordinary life. My hope for the both of you is that not to be fooled by what some will call ordinary. Instead, I hope that you will always know how truly extraordinary it is to fall deeper in love with the same person every single day for the rest of your life.
Keep that applause going for Maddie and Emily, everyone. Yeah.
I'll let you know now that I am a crier, like Jess. So excuse the pauses if there will be some. Okay, so good evening, everyone. Despite the tremendous and delightful celebration that embodies any gathering with an open bar, I'd also like to acknowledge that the celebration of Jessica and Jamie becoming married. I'm Jacqueline, one of Jess's sisters, and tonight Rebecca and I are speaking on behalf of our family. Jennifer, mother of the bride, and Yuka, father of the bride, aka Lord of the Dance. He looks very shy right now, but wait for the D floor. He'll be there. Jess, you look gloriously beautiful tonight with your radiant smile and exquisite dress. Jamie, you also have a radiant, shimmering glow. It's safe to say that Oreo has taken after both of you.
Okay, taking my speech. Okay. Seeing a daughter or sister so luminous and joyful is what any family would wish for. When we hear the quote, "Nothing is as strong as gentleness," we think of Jess. I believe it is an additional virtue to be gentle in a society who tells you anything but. Your kindness and care towards others is unwavering, and I'm sure this is a quality Jamie also admires in you. One of the most salient features of Jamie's character that I'm sure many here would agree to and has heard many times tonight is his competitiveness. Whether it's playing cards, a game of sport, or heated discussions in a debatable topic, Jamie does not play to lose. However, today we are here to witness his ultimate prize, Jess's heart. Aww. And I was actually lucky enough to meet Jamie for the first time twice. Once when I was on my way out of the house all dressed up to go somewhere, and again, just a couple of weeks later when I had just woken up, and he thought I looked so different, he introduced himself to me again. So thanks for that, Jamie. Okay, but on behalf of the family, Jamie, we are so happy you and Jess met, and we can officially call you family.
So Jess and Jamie have shared many experiences and together. They've formed goals and gone through challenges. While sharing goals and going through these challenges, they've formed a tight alliance coined Team J. Their ability to align their motivations and dreams have seen them achieve a lot by each other's side. Needless to say, their alliance has also flourished into an excellent support system for each other. For example, after Jess has an incredibly arduous day of teaching, and when meditating in a cupboard can't quite cut it, she knows she can go home to Jamie where she can find a more appropriate space to calm the calamity. If you don't know the meditation in the cupboard story, you have to ask us later. Jokes aside, Jamie's reassurance, empathetic ear aid Jess's growth. Correspondingly, Jamie knows he can return home from work to Jess, who will grace him with kindness and a softness that likely contrasts many of the events and experiences of his day. Finally, I'd like to thank everyone who helped make today so special. Marge, Charlie, it's so lovely to have finally met you and to welcome you to a part of the family. Jennifer, or Mum Lord of the Dance, thank you for all your help and support in making this event so special for Jess and Jamie. To the bridesmaids and their partners for being so wonderful and helpful today. And additionally to their families and our other family and friends that have helped bring tonight together. And thank you for all your present today as well. It's been truly wonderful to have Jess's and Jamie's family and closest friends here to celebrate their commitment to one another. It's truly a special occasion where we can all come together for something so positive and wonderful. Raise your glasses to Jess and Jamie. To Jess and Jamie. Okay, to Jess and Jamie.
Keep it going, folks.
First of all, I'd like to thank both Jamie and Jess for allowing us to share this special event with us all this evening. You both look absolutely amazing. It's all about you this evening, so I'm a little bit nervous to work with me here. Jamie and I have been friends for over 25 years, and I'm honoured to be standing here today as his best man. Jamie, you're a loyal friend, someone I can rely on, motivate those around you, and not afraid to speak your mind, even if we all think you're just whinging. Throughout the years, Jamie has often called himself many things. One of those would have to be the UNO champion, a title rightfully earned when Jamie and I were flying to Bali. He just so happened to have a set of UNO cards, and being a couple of young blokes, we thought, let's have a little wager on the way over. Sure enough, Jamie managed to hustle me. It took me for everything I had. He managed to buy himself a brand new digital camera. We didn't play UNO on the way home. Other titles he'd call himself: Mario Kart champ, table tennis champ, pool table champ. He's naturally gifted and he sure isn't afraid to let us all know it. Jamie will often talk about how good of a dancer he is. When Jamie hits the dance floor, make sure you give him plenty of space. There'll be arms and legs flying everywhere. I can't wait to see what you got in store for us tonight. In the last 25 years, I've watched Jamie... In the last 25 years, I've watched as Jamie would hop country to country in search of love. I think we'd all agree that we're all glad he found it finally here in Australia. Jess. When Jamie first met Jess, I knew he'd found the one. Jamie and Jess, Team J. If that's not the perfect match, I honestly don't know what is. I feel privileged that Jamie has met a woman as kind and caring as you, Jess. I know my best mate is in good hands. Please join me in raising a glass to the new Mr. and Mrs. Marashian as I congratulate you and wish you all the best in life. Thank you.
Yeah, give it up for Daniel, everyone. It's a hard job being the best man. We're expected to be funny.
That was some pretty good speeches, eh? It's just a little hard to follow up, but we'll see how we go. So firstly, let's give it up for Jess, the beautiful bride, because she looks absolutely stunning. And I am a very lucky man. Now, ladies and gents, thank you all for coming and witnessing our wedding day. I look around the room and gee, Jess and I are very lucky to have each and every one of you in our lives. Whether we met you through sport, employment, relations, or school, we are so happy to have you all here today and a part of our lives moving forward. Sometimes we may not see everyone as much as we would like to, but we want you all to know that we appreciate you all. Next, I just want to appreciate the fact that they have spent so much time and patience getting ready today. So just a quick raise a glass and cheers to the beautiful groomsmen. Not sure why he's went quiet. Bit awkward. But in all seriousness, fellas, each one of you have played a role and continue to do so in my life. You're so far away, I can barely see her. It has helped shape me into the person that's standing here today. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and I look forward to spending many more years together as friends. Charlie and Dad, thank you for always being there for me if I need it. I may not ask for much, but I know the support is there if I ever do. Charlie, you said to me pre-Jess that a relationship should be easy, and I didn't know what that meant. However, it turns out those were sage words of advice, because with Jess, I certainly do now. Dad, I could rattle on for a very long time, but I'm just going to summarise it, because you pretty much stole all the speech time. You're an inspiration, and I hope I can continue to grow to be half the man that you are today. Lastly, to the Yahiyainen family, thank you all for welcoming me with open arms. It's a pleasure to be part of the family, and you've all made me feel most welcome from the beginning. I do apologise for continuing to beat you at board. I don't know why people think I'm competitive. I do apologise for continuing to beat you at board games, like Ticket to Ride and Euchre, but, well, I'm just not going to stop.
Drop the mic.
All right, like Jamie said before, it's so hard to follow up now with so many amazing speeches, honestly, but all right, here we go. Deep breath, Jess. I am the luckiest bride in the world, and I think I've said it so many times today, to have these 4 lovely bridesmaids up here by my side. They are like the A team. They were just amazing. So can you just give them a quick round of applause, because they were amazing. And the Triple T team as well. Can you give them, if you don't know who they are, you'll find out by the end of tonight. Give them a round of applause as well. Tim, and Tom, thank you very much. But back to you girls. All of you have had a special impact on my life, you know, from childhood till today. And I don't know how I would have made it here without you girls through my whole life, and just through this day as well. I don't know how I would have made it throughout Europe backpacking without you, Jack. I probably would have got lost somewhere in some country along the way. I would have been, who knows where I could have ended up. We've all grown up together and experienced so many major milestones, with so many more exciting ones just around the corner for us all. Whilst we're saying thank yous, I'd like to thank the creators of Pinterest, without whom this wedding could never have taken place. Many hours spent scrolling through Pinterest. And then, you know, standing here today, Pinterest it just seems so unnecessary, because what it's really about is being with the people around you, not about how pretty it all looks and connecting with each other. But
look pretty though.
But honestly, there are so many family members and friends who have made today happen. And there are just so many people to mention here right now, and I've mentioned a few already, but I'd like to thank my family, Mum and Dad, especially Mum for her hours of patience with the napkins and the flowers, thank you. I'd like to thank Marge and Charlie as well for all of your sage advice that you've given us along the way, not just for today, but throughout our relationship so far. To Dave and Denise as well, thank you for all of your organisation and the part you've played behind the scenes, and just all of the bits and pieces of advice along the way. To the Barnfields and the Heads too, thank you for the part you've played, not just in today, but my entire life. You guys are like second and third and fourth like parents to me. There are just so many people to thank, honestly. I look around the room and I just feel so lucky. So thank you all for being here. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. We feel so supported and just surrounded by such caring and very generous people. Mum and Dad, back to you for a second. Thank you for everything. Not just for today, but I mean everything. Like Mount White and the nursery, if you've been there, it's a very special place, not just to me, but our entire family. Good timing.
No. Yeah.
Jack, Beck, and I really couldn't have asked for a better childhood. There. I'll just take a breath.
Almost there.
Thanks, Tim. Marge and Charlie, from the very first trip Jamie took me up to see you guys up north, I felt welcomed. I'm excited to be a part of the Marashian family. And if anyone doesn't know what Marashian means, it means wine, amazing food, and lots of nature and animals. When we go up to Temagog and visit you guys, it's just like we're in an oasis up there. A special mention to Tom Vendorf, Jackie's partner who flew over from Germany last week to call Australia home. To Gamo and Liv, who have flown over from Dubai just to be with us tonight. Thank you for making this special effort to be here. Can you hold that for a sec, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Sadly, some family and friends were unable to make it today, so we'd just like to make a toast in their honour. So if you'd just like to raise your glasses and say cheers, clink. Thank you. Now to Jamie. I feel like it's all been said today already, but Jamie, you are my happy place, my best friend, and I genuinely could not imagine life without you in it. Thank you for the endless R&B mega mixes,
Pretty good.
the margaritas, going for coffee runs to the local coffee club with me, or for me, sometimes as well, listening to the latest antics my students have been up to, and for giving in to getting Oreo. Like you said to me for the first time 5 years ago when you tried to impress me with your finish, and I asked you to repeat it because I had no idea what you were saying. Mina rakastan sinoa. I love you.
Very good. Jess, a lot of this has been said because they covered it off with the vows, but we're going to go anyway. You are the ray of sunshine in my life. You have supported me when I couldn't walk due to knee surgery, which took months of recovery, by the way. You supported me when I changed career and I joined the force, and you continue to support me when I come up with ridiculous ideas that I'm just frankly never going to do. You bring a sense of calm into my world, and going through life with you is always an adventure because I never know the moment you're going to come out with a Jess moment. It's been almost 5 years since we met, and I can't wait for the years that follow. I love you. Now let's cut the bloody cake and see what the future holds.
room is hazy. Keep running through the lights inside my head. I find myself a drink, and now it seems I'm 6 or 7 deep. Good God, I'm gonna feel this in the morning, but I don't care right now. I'm gonna keep this party going, so light me up. So light me up. So light me up. A face I've never seen, her body close to me, and suddenly there's nothing in